Good morning, everyone. Today, the Gospel reading, which is Luke's Gospel, chapter 19, gives us the story, the incident of Zacchaeus. Now, Zacchaeus, or Zacchaeus, as some people would say, was a tax collector. He was a fairly senior tax collector, well versed in what he was doing, and so probably pretty well known as well. And he heard about Jesus and he wanted to go and see him. But being quite short, he climbed up a little sycamore tree so that he could be seen by Jesus. And he did, by doing that, he actually he drew people's attention to him. So he had been somebody who'd been collecting taxes, and that wasn't a very popular pastime for people to recognize because obviously you didn't want to pay taxes, and sometimes tax collectors were quite corrupt. And so Zacchaeus, by climbing up the sycamore tree, people would sort of say, oh, there's Zacchaeus. What's he doing up a sycamore tree? Because he's a tax collector. And Jesus saw Zacchaeus and said to him, come down. And Zacchaeus was then able to show his true colors because he promised to Jesus that he would redeem himself to those people who perhaps he had shortchanged. He said he would give half of what he had collected and give it to the poor. And people who he may have wronged, he would give back 4 times as much as he had taken from them, which is quite a tough thing to do. Nevertheless, the Jewish people were quite resentful of this guy Zacchaeus, and they're sort of saying, well, Jesus, why are you socializing with sinners, tax collectors? We won't say that tax collectors are sinners. But they would have suggested that because of the work that he did, that he was a sinner. And I think sometimes we do get judged by the work that we do. Perhaps we get judged by the people we socialize with. And we need to be careful about that because Jesus gave recognition, in particular, in this case, to somebody that society considered to be sinful. So let us be aware that Jesus calls us all to give credit to goodness wherever it comes. Because some people who are reportedly being good aren't necessarily so. People who are reportedly bad aren't necessarily so. So let's take the example of Jesus and try to discern between the two. Have a wonderful day. Keep yourself safe. God bless. Bye-bye.